I think I've probably upset everyone in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, you really. What you've done is you said, I don't want to fight for my country. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. I also think that your great-grandparents who did were probably racists and homophobes. Oh, or rapists and homophobes. Okay. Yeah. Also, what if we let Putin in? That might be cool.
Yeah, also, you're not... What is my country? Because you're in it.
Yes, also, I hate immigrants.
So, yeah, that's everyone done, isn't it? It's nationalists hate me now. The left-wing people think I'm racist. And buy the car. The year is with Red and Bobby.
Okay, welcome to the Year Is Podcast, the podcast where every episode we go back to a year in history. We talk about the weirdest, the most interesting, the strangest things from that year. I'm Bobby Mair. This is my co-host, Red Richardson, who was late yet again.
Yeah. I know, I was...
You just said yeah. Like,
this
yeah,
is,
I'm
no,
late
not,
every
not
week.
yet again, but this is a... This sounds like this isn't the reason I was late, but this did happen. I was walking through the park, which we talked about before, rat infestation.
Okay.
It's actually been reported on the news. I think I've said this as well. But anyway, there was a lady saying, she said, "Excuse me," and I thought she was just mad.
Mm-hmm.
But she was in a wheelchair. She said, "Excuse me, can you push me to the dry?"
So she was on the grass.
No, she was under a tree on this. There's a concrete path.
Okay.
And so I ended up pushing her across the road and underneath the thing.
But how did she get there if she can't push?
That's what I wanted to know. But I had to do it. You can't just go, "Well, how did you get here?" But I pushed her. And I thought she said, like, she was stuck, so I just have to push her out of that bit. And then she went all the way across the road. And I went, "Oh, my God. Whoa, okay, you know."
Did you get to know
You
her
don't
at all?
ask for much. No, not at all. Pushed her. A glass bottle fell out of her wheelchair, so I had to stop and pick that up, give it back to her. But I thought, given, my run-in with the blind a week ago, I had to help out.
Yeah, you owe.
Yeah.
You owe the disabled community a lot right now.
That won't be happening every day.
Well, so what? Next time she asks, you'll
I'm
say,
just gonna go, "No, you've had fooled me once." Well, not fool me. I don't know.
well, maybe it's fool you if at the end of it she just stands up and walks away.
Oh yeah, that would be. But no, I just sort of. She was in the pissing rain. I couldn't leave her.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like, she said, "Can you put?" And I went, "Oh, we're crossing a road." This is a bit more than just a push, isn't it? And I was late here, so I was quite conscious of that.
That's why you were late, though.
No, that's not. I still would have been.
The thing is, that would have been a great lie.
I know.
Why are you now saying that's not why I was late?
Because it sounds like such a lie, and it is a lie. Like, I would have still been 10 minutes late, I think, but that added 3 minutes.
Did she invite you in for a tea?
No, because it wasn't even a house. I was just pushing her to under a shelter.
Okay, that's so bleak.
Yeah, that's not good, is it?
Did you say, like, "Are you okay?"
I said, "Are you okay? Everything all right?"
Do you have somewhere to go? Did she have somewhere to go home?
No, I didn't ask that. I just said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yeah."
Cool.
Well, I could have brought her here, Bobby.
That would have. We don't have a guest. We haven't had a guest.
We haven't had a guest in a while.
We need it. Well, the thing is, if anyone's wondering, where are the guests? One of our cameras broke, so we're getting the camera repaired. So we thought we're just going to do a couple weeks, just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Once we have the third camera back, the guest will appear.
And boy,
again.
do we have some hot guests lined up.
Really?
TV stars.
Yeah.
Award nominees.
Yeah. We, I don't know if you've heard of, well, I don't want to even say the name.
No, it's too big.
It's too big.
It would have been interesting, but she might have had a really bad, dark backstory.
I can hint at the guest, though, I've lined up.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever watched Coronation Street?
No.
Okay, she's not on that.
Okay.
Have you ever seen, like, Dateline?
No.
NBC?
No.
Okay. You ever see that show, To Catch a Predator?
I've seen To Catch a Predator.
Okay, there was an episode where there was a woman who was caught on To Catch a Predator by Chris Hansen.
And we're getting her on here.
That's our, yeah, that's our guest.
Yeah. We've got some bigger names than that, don't we? Have you seen the Russell Howard Hour?
Yeah. We have people who've watched the Russell Howard Hour coming up.
We've had Rosie Holt on, and she's on that show.
Is she on that? I don't know if
she's on. She is.
Like doing stand-up?
No, she does like her character.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. You don't want for nothing on this pod. because we bring the goods.
You don't want for nothing.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
What do you-
Bobby, you've been working out?
Yeah.
Yeah, very big now. Strong boy.
Yeah, I mean, for people who just listen, I've been doing 2 weeks of push-ups and sit-ups. And I didn't talk about it before now because nobody likes to hear from somebody who's just more athletic than they are.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you find it intimidating?
No, because I'm used to it. But I'm sure if you just walked into the room, unsuspecting.
But can you see a difference?
Yeah, no, you got little bumps on your arms.
No, not little bumps. Big bumps.
No, you do.
Look.
A little swole.
That's good. Big arms.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Looking very good.
Thank you.
Looking very good. Are we ready
Ready for what, Red?
to go back to 1939?
This is your year.
Mhm.
You've researched it.
I've done the research. Big year.
A lot happened, apparently.
It was, research was kind of tricky. But no, a few things happened. Enzo Ferrari founds the Auto Avio Construction, the company that becomes Ferrari in 1947. So that was founded in 1939. The Ferrari. Now, experts of history will know that big things happened in 39. Even bigger than the Ferrari being launched. There was a war. You know what war it was, Bobby?
No.
The Second World War.
What?
Imagine designing a Ferrari and then a war hits. How bad, like, it's like 1939, you go, this is the new supercar. Luxury supercar. 2 doors. Who wants one? Everyone's like, oh no, my house is bombed.
I'm sorry. The factory that you were going to build your luxury cars in is now making tanks.
Yeah, it's now a concentration camp. It's not good. And you're there trying to flog your fucking expensive 2-door. 0 to 60 in 1.2 seconds, whatever bollocks. People are like, hey man, I don't have my family or a house. Can you stop trying to sell me this bright red luxury supercar?
When I was a kid, though, Ferrari, that was like, that was like the beacon of wealth in my childhood.
I think it still is.
Like you'd remember when you saw a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like, you'd just be, because I grew up in a small town, so you'd be in the city, and someone would be at the lights, and then slam on the gas and
It's
speed
the super,
through the
super
intersection, and they're like, but is a Ferrari that how
I think they're like 160 grand.
for a new Ferrari?
Yeah.
But so yeah,
It's fucking expensive.
And whenever it's like that thing whenever somebody's driving a new sports car, and then they just slam on the gas and are speeding through a city, you got to think you're a fucking loser.
Yeah. It's a kind of real statement to everyone around you.
You are a basic loser.
And the thing is you go, right, people are fleeing war zones. Do you want to buy a Ferrari? You can only fit you and one other member of your family in it, but it goes really fast. It's the last thing anyone needed at that point.
Yeah.
People are on rations. Can you imagine your country is at war, and you're cruising around in a Ferrari?
So where did Ferrari start, though?
Italy. Enzo Ferrari. It's the most Italian car possible. But when you see one, you always stop. You always go, oh, Ferrari, dick. Or you go, who's in there? I wonder who's in there.
Yeah.
With a Porsche, you go, someone wishes they had a Ferrari.
It's like the only car where its existence is an advertisement for it.
Yeah.
Like every time people see one, it's a talking point.
And you go, oh. And if you step out of one, they go, right, that guy's involved in something. He's rich. He's successful.
Or he stole a car.
Yeah, or he stole a car. But I don't think you can steal a Ferrari because everyone will know. Have you seen a Ferrari go up here?
You can steal it, but then just maybe put it in a shed.
Yeah,
and just pet it like a dog.
You just go sit in it.
Yeah.
Go smoke fags in it. Go, if I owned this, I would be cruising it so fast.
Just treating a Ferrari like it's. I think living in a Ferrari is funny. Like the idea of somebody who bought a Ferrari and then high flying time, and then cut to a year later, and they're sleeping in a 2-door.
Because it's the last thing they would.
It's the only thing they own.
Yeah.
And you're like, can someone empty the shit bucket? The Ferrari is starting to stink. and then you realize you're the only one in the Ferrari. Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
It's your
You're
bucket,
talking to that rat who's now your wife.
and it's your shit.
And it's your shit. Yeah. It's an 80s design, really. They should have waited. But no, it's done well. But, like, in the 80s, you get it. You go, hey, you know what you guys need? You're all doing too much coke. You're all greedy. This is for you, a Ferrari.
Yeah.
It doesn't suit, like, bombed out cities, rationing, Holocaust, mass death, atom bombs. It's not really Ferrari culture, is it?
No, the 50s. That's a bit more.
A bit more 60, but then 60s is more about being sort of love, and 80s, Escobar, open top, cocaine, nanny's pregnant with your kid,
Celebrating money.
strangle nanny with driving gloves, hope no one finds out, embezzlement. Do you know what I mean? Like that's Ferrari culture. So yeah, the war hits. Enzo's fucked. Well, he waits 7 years.
So what was this Enzo guy like?
He's the sort of guy. I think he liked red cars and stuff like that. he was just Italian, you know.
You're red. You just.
No, he's a motor racing driver and entrepreneur. I'm joking, of course I know what he was. Yeah, and he just loved to zoom around and be fast cars and stuff like that.
He ate a lot of pasta and pizza.
So-
Pasta, and you go, hey, where's my Ferrari? You know, like that. And he had a mustache. You know when you go to a pizza restaurant and there's a picture of a man on a menu?
That's Enzo Ferrari.
That's Enzo Ferrari. Yeah, but he lived a good old age. He died at 90 in 1988, the decade he was built for,
Yeah.
which is, the 80s ended with him.
Weirdly though, that even though he is the face of pizza, apparently he's the face of pizza. I have to say, I can't imagine eating a pizza in a Ferrari. It seems like a real risk.
No, that's why you go to Bella Pasta down the road.
Oh, okay, Bella. I like that he has a $200,000 car, but then he like a $12 pasta meal.
Yeah,
like
yes, he goes
it's
there.
low end pasta, high end car.
Yeah.
Don't spend your money on the food. Spend the money on the car.
Yeah,
That's his motto.
It's all about the car.
Does he have any other businesses he's ventured into?
Loads of side businesses and stuff
Like
Papa
what?
John's.
Just other pizza and pasta.
Pavarotti. He was involved in Pavarotti.
Wait,
I
isn't
think.
Pavarotti the opera singer?
Yeah, Italian as well.
Okay, so what? He funded the opera?
Yeah. Mozzarella, you know about that?
The cheese?
Yeah, he was involved in that.
He was involved. I think mozzarella cheese may have existed before the year 1939.
Well, agree to disagree.
So he popularized it.
Yeah, he's just Mario, basically, is what he is.
He's he's whenever you think of an Italian person,
Yeah.
that's what he's done. That's Enzo
An
Ferrari.
Italian cartoon from the 90s. That's
Okay.
him. That's exactly what
Was
he is.
he like, what side was he on in the war?
Just Ferrari's side. I think he built the Ferrari, and then Hitler, and you're like, oh, no, but what about my car? Those were his exact words, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm assuming, I don't want to look where he was from, because he's Italian, and Italy were famously on the wrong side in the war. They don't really talk about his politics. He had a lot of controversies in racing, but I don't know. Should I just Google, was Enzo Ferrari a Nazi?
Yeah.
No, not to me. Yeah.
It was Enzo Ferrari, a Nazi. You ever have that where you Google something and no one's ever Googled it before and you think, I'm fucking dumb? Like,
Okay.
if it hasn't even ever, no one's even ever had the thought.
This isn't good.
What?
It might shock some to learn Enzo Ferrari was a well-known member of the National Fascist Party, aligning with Benito Mussolini and his totalitarian utopian vision. Ferrari even wore a full fascist uniform for certain occasions, joining in parades and ceremonies for the whole community to see. One thing you got to say, though.
It's great when you do your research, Red, because you really... It's good we just spend 10 minutes complimenting how cool a guy is, and then we're like,
you go,
oh, he was a fascist.
He was a bit of a Nazi. But no, in his defense, what I will say...
In his defense.
What I will say is, at that time, if you're in a country, you're a rich businessman, suddenly fascism there, you want to design this supercar.
Yeah, Red. Yes, having ideals is difficult. Nobody is saying it's not financially beneficial.
He had a car for the world. for 1% of the, well, not even that.
So 0.1%.
He wanted to give his gift a 0.1 hefty price. And if there's a leader in charge who's like this way, you go, all right, yeah, sure, I'll wear the thing. Just let me make my car.
Well, yeah, that's selfish.
Yeah.
And then they're murdering people, and you're not saying anything because you want to make money.
Yeah, that's bad. That is bad.
Are you saying that's what you do, Red?
That's not good.
You'd stand by a genocide just to profit from
Look,
it.
If a dictator took over this country and they said, we're going to ban any podcast that doesn't say they like us, I go, we like you. And then just carry on.
I don't know if you would.
Depends who they were. By the time this comes out, Liz Truss will be dead. I think she's going to die.
I really
She looks like...
Liz Truss, it looks like, everyone's like, oh, she's like a deer in headlights. No, she's like a deer that got hit by a car and then stuffed and made to look like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
There is like a good chance this is like Weekend at Bernie's and Liz Truss died the day she became prime minister.
A deer's head that a drunk stag do groom has put on his face and is running around pretending to be a person.
Man. But you know, she now gets $115,000 a year for life.
What, just for being...
For having been prime minister. So we now pay her
So
a
Boris
lifelong
is just
salary.
killing it.
Well,
forever.
$100,000 a year when you're...
Yeah, but he's already got, like, you watch the thing he was writing the Shakespeare book?
Yeah.
Whilst he was prime minister.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's $500K. I'm not going to turn that down. It's like, you have to. Well, so he gives a fuck what Boris thinks about Shakespeare. No one.
I'd love to see data on the people that bought his book.
Oh, we know. We know who they are. But yeah, anyway, poor old Enzo had to wait 8 years for his dream to really take off.
Well, yeah, I don't know about poor old Enzo.
No, and it worked out for him in the end. It did. Here's another sad case. Al Capone released from Terminal Island. That's not a good place to be, is it? Due to his deteriorating health caused by syphilis. So he gets out. War starts. Luckily for him, US weren't involved until 3 years later. But he's now insane. And it's a mere, I think he went to jail in like 33, but, less than sort of a decade before, he was the absolute king of...
The thing about Al Capone is, it's so funny. He just spent years and years surrounded by guns, having guns, killing people, his friends dying. And he's thinking, oh, man, guns are going to get me. I'm gonna fuck this sex worker.
Yeah, I'm
so
so
I can
stressed
just
about all the
calm
guns.
down.
Yeah.
And then guns were not the danger. Pussy was the danger, Al Capone.
Killed him.
The pussy killed Al Capone. Syphilis, because now people think of like syphilis as a joke because it can easily be treated. But back then, like...
Is it still about?
I think you can get syphilis,
Wait, actually,
but it's...
who told me someone they knew got syphilis recently? I heard it. What? Fucking serious.
But,
oh, yeah. Oh, I can't say.
Well, yeah, you can't, of course you can't say.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be like, yeah, I'm the face of modern syphilis. A lot of people think syphilis is dead. Well, not when you get fucked in as many alleys by as many strangers as me. Anybody can get syphilis. You just have to dig deep enough. But like syphilis used to take people's noses. Like your nose would fall off if you had it long enough.
Yeah.
Your nose, Red. Nose is a big part of a face.
And it must have just, because obviously it didn't just one day you go, whoop. It's
slow,
like in the House of Dragon.
Yeah.
They took 8 episodes to kill that guy. If you haven't
can't
seen
go
it.
into Red. Don't spoil House of Dragon.
Okay, but come on, catch up. This is a very to now pod. We're hot on the topics.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. So yeah, he comes out. He was actually, Tom Hardy did a movie about it, but him and this other gangster, Irish gangster, spent the last decade of their life thinking they were being hunted by the other one because they were both mentally ill.
And neither of them were hunting each other.
No, but they're both mad, like both like shitting themselves and stuff.
They should have put them in like a cell together.
They
probably would have had way more in common.
Yeah, but they were both like 2 babies by the end of it. Not good. Yeah, so he comes out. War is kicking off. Now, here's what I found out. Mahatma Gandhi writes a personal letter to Hitler from India, addressing him as my friend. Ooh.
Well, the thing is, from where Gandhi was coming from, Gandhi was a nationalist. He wanted Indian independence.
Mm-hmm.
So the enemy of your enemy
Mm-hmm.
is your friend.
Weird.
His enemy, the British, and Churchill did famously steal millions and millions of tons of grain from India, starving India during the war. This was after that, but so it's not like Gandhi's fears were ill-founded, aligning with the British during the war. Obviously, it's not like they looked out for them. Well, it's not like you looked out for them. You know, Gandhi knew.
He was trying to stop the war, basically.
Oh, and okay, what did he say?
He just said, the reason he messaged him was requesting him to prevent any possible war.
Oh.
But I just think it's funny that there's a letter where Gandhi calls Hitler my friend.
Yeah. If that happened today, newspapers would jump on it.
Of course, because everyone's in WhatsApp groups they don't want to be in, or
Yeah.
have said stuff on WhatsApps.
Yeah.
This is different. This is even worse. This is a letter
Yeah.
written down.
I feel like a couple years later he might have wrote another one. Said I said my friend I should have started with just Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think of you as a friend any
yeah.
longer.
Yeah, friend was like just saying it. I didn't mean it.
I would say, I mean, hey, my friend. But you say that sometimes, like, if somebody's a bit aggressive on the street, right? Like, if you're,
well,
let's say you're at a train station and somebody's like, hey, what are you doing? And you go, hey, my friend, are you okay?
I've just worked out in India when I went, everyone on the street who's trying to sell you stuff goes, my friend. That's what he was doing. He was selling him peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. What?
Just people see you and think in India and think Hitler. That's
No,
what's happening.
no, that's not. I didn't have the touch back then either. September 1st, the World War II begins. Bollocks. You got to think of poor Enzo Ferrari at this point.
I
What
don't
does
know if
this
we have
mean
to
for
think
him?
of someone who's allied himself with murdering fascists, who also started a pizza and pasta
and
chain.
a two-door supercar
Yes.
that showed people you were better than them.
I don't
For a
think our main
price.
point of empathy during the Second World War has to be a rich fascist.
But I do think we should bear him somewhere in mind.
The back of our minds, the bottom. Red, Jody's Jewish. His family died in the war, I'm assuming.
Let's get this man a Ferrari.
No, he doesn't want the fascist car to drive.
I don't know if. Oh, I presumably because they came
You're
from
Dutch Jew, aren't you?
Dutch and
VandenBurg?
also Polish.
Oh,
Yeah,
those were two bad spots.
yeah.
Jody's ancestors ratted out Anne Frank.
Oh my God.
That's his claim to fame. My ancestors are the one that called us that. There's actually a family living up there, if you're wondering.
Imagine if he was on like Celebrity Big Brother for that. And his role was like the rat. You know?
They should.
Runs in the
That's a great idea. Make Celebrity Big Brother for all of history.
My granddad ratted out Anne Frank.
That's my claim.
But he was nice to me.
My
That's
claim to fame.
take a break front cover.
Listen. The thing is, you can't blame him. Like, what was he? So he was kidnapped by the Nazis, and they said, "You give someone else up, or we're gonna hurt your family." No, he volunteered the information. Actually, he went into the police station and said, "Hey guys, I know you haven't been asking, but there's a family living up there, and I really think you should get them." That's what he said.
Yeah, just being a good Samaritan.
Yeah.
That just kind of runs in
Yeah.
my
Good
blood.
citizen.
Trusting the rule of law. Enzo would have been proud. That's some. So.
Oh, sorry, the fizz has just stung me.
The thing is, my fridge and freezer are too cold.
Yeah.
So sometimes I gave you a drink, but it's actually like kind of icy.
Yeah, it's just. Oh, that killed. You know, just like you go.
Earlier, I had a smoothie, and you laughed when I was
Yeah.
hunching over in pain
That's
because it
true.
was too cold.
That is true. Oh, that killed.
It was freezing.
Do you put these in the freezer then?
No, my fridge is on 4 degrees. I know it needs to be at 6, but I haven't turned it up.
My jaw now hurts. Okay. Now, we always thought about who was the last guy to get killed in World War II. You know, that's the thing we've had before, conversation. Because that would be shit, wouldn't it? Sorry, madam, your son was the last man to die in World War II.
I don't know if that's how they tell her. Like, wait, what? Wait, my son's dead? Yeah. Oh, we should have started with that. Your son's dead. He was the last guy to
But
die.
literally, it's over. It'd been over for like 20 minutes.
I don't know if at the time they called it World War II. Like, I don't think they felt like they were living in a bad sequel. I think they just called it The War, probably.
I wonder. Yeah. No, well, it is. It's the World War, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've had the first.
But it didn't start as a world war. It just started as a war and then
Then it
became
just
a
got
world
more
war.
and more. Japan got involved. That was mental. What was that about?
Well, I think
No need.
that's a whole other episode.
Yeah,
that
is.
I also don't know enough about...
I know loads, but it's not for this episode. We'll keep
You
it.
don't know loads.
Yeah, I do.
Name 5 things you know.
Yo, sushi.
Red, that's borderline racism.
Okay. No, but like with Enzo, I know a lot about Japan.
Okay. Was Enzo married?
Yeah, of course he was. Loads of times.
Who was he married to?
What was she called? I'm trying to remember her name. It was
Princess Peach.
Oh, Jody. That's just being xenophobic now.
Who's Princess Peach?
She's Mario's girlfriend. That was a good joke from Jody.
That was a good joke. Red says it like it's such a surprise.
Yeah. He was married to Laura, that's what. Dominica Guerrero. Married until her death in 78.
He had 12 years before he... Oh, he died in 88, right?
He had a mistress as well and had a son, Piero, with the mistress.
Yeah, but like, if you invent the Ferrari and you don't have a mistress, who are you? You know, what
Yeah.
are you really like? Come on, the Ferrari is for men who are cheating on their wives.
Piero is currently the vice chairman of the Ferrari company with 10% share ownership. Good work, Piero's mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's so true.
Wait, so his mistress's son runs Ferrari?
Yeah, well, the son he had with Laura, God rest her soul, had muscular dystrophy and died in 56.
Okay.
Which isn't the Ferrari way, is it?
Well.
And so the mistress's son took over, which is more the Ferrari way.
Yes.
It makes
the
more
Ferrari
sense.
way is, it turns out, my mistress's kid was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's running the company now.
Yeah.
So that's just that. Yeah. So I do know about him. Yeah. The first soldier to be killed was Corporal Thomas Preday, and he stood on a French mine. How annoying is that?
Wait, so it's friendly fire?
No, he just stood on a mine that they laid for
Where's he from? What country?
the UK, British. So he's the first British soldier.
Well, yes, but if a British soldier stepped on a French mine, they're on the same side.
Yes, Bobby.
So that's friendly fire.
No, because the French laid mines for the Germans who took Germany. So it's a war zone.
Yes.
So they don't
But
go,
if-
these are for the Germans, not for you.
Yes, but if a French mine kills a British soldier, that's friendly fire.
is when it's two sides shooting at each other and not realizing. Yeah, they've laid mines for the Germans. It's a fuck up, is what it is.
Okay, what's the definition of friendly fire, Jody?
Go on, Jody.
I can Google it. but-
No, I need a
Let's see
Google
your head
definition.
first, and then Google.
No, we don't need
But
what's
he-
in your head.
he-
It's not going to be good.
He died at the hands of his friendly weapons.
What, a friendly landmine?
Yes.
What was it? His friend was it?
Yeah.
So
well,
you go to his mum and go, don't worry, his friend killed him.
Yeah, that's what they said in the Iraq War, wasn't it?
What, your friend? No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said you shot in the line of duty.
Yeah. So the French were our friends. He died at the hands of his friends' weapons and armory. So that's friendly fire.
But they laid them for the Germans.
Yeah, they did, but it's still
Yeah,
friendly
hence,
fire.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter why they laid them.
It's very different. But never mind, go on. Friendly fire. Let's Google.
Let's get the definition of friendly fire. Jody agrees with me already. It's already 2 against 1
Mm-hmm.
that this is friendly fire.
Okay, so what if A man is walking along in Afghanistan. Yep.
Wait, is he an Afghani man or
Yeah,
an American man? Or
No,
what?
he's an Afghani man.
He's an Afghan. Is he
He's
a
an
member of the
Afghani
Taliban?
man. What?
Is he a member of the
Member
Taliban?
of the Taliban.
Okay, so
Yeah, and he steps on a fucking landmine that was laid 20 years ago. Is that friendly fire?
who laid the mine?
The Taliban.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, resulting in the accidental death or injury.
So what's the specific definition, Jody, of friendly fire?
The firing of weapons from one's own forces or those of an ally, especially when resulting in the accidental death or injury of one's own personnel.
Once
Firing.
you step on a mine, the mine fires at you.
But the thing is, you're firing, so that the whole point of friendly fire is that you. This is a purposely laid thing. Friendly fire is when there's confusion as to who's who and.
Yeah, so he didn't.
So there
settle
isn't
intentionally,
confusion.
He was
There isn't confusion. They've laid stuff. The English are charging through to try and save the French, and he steps on a mine. I want an inquisition into this. Actually,
What would you call it?
I'd call it the French being a bit too blasé with where they put their stuff, because mines are dangerous. Corporal Thomas Preday, we're going to do. I don't know if any of his family members are alive. If you are, there might be some money for you.
Wait, what?
You could sue.
Sue the French.
Yeah, sue the French.
I don't think that's not how war works.
But anyway, all I'm saying is everyone's like, fuck, we're at war, because you remember the first 6 months of the war, everyone was like calling it the phony war and stuff because nothing was happening.
Okay.
And then he steps on a fucking mine, boom, and it's just like, right, I suppose we've began. And then the mother gets cool. Did you know your son was the first person to be killed in World War II?
Again, at that point, I don't think they were probably calling it World War II.
No, they
That's
probably
not.
weren't.
They don't say it with the smile you have on your face.
It's like a game show host.
Yeah.
Diddle, 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 diddle. You're just a guy with white teeth in a suit.
Nobody tells their kid nobody tells someone that their kid is dead with a trivia question. Did you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Roosevelt, who in 1941 would publicly label the conflict the Second World War, so they did name it pretty quickly. It was the First World War. They didn't call the First World War. That was the Great
War, yeah.
And then that became the first once it had been established as a second.
The Great Depression. That's a funny name, isn't it?
Well, guess what we're entering? The Second Depression.
the Bad Depression.
Yeah, the Second Great Depression.
Oh, it's hell. Even getting on a train today, it's the same. It's doubled in price as it was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's fucked. We're going to have a war, I think. Like, I have a feeling. I had a dream about war the other night, and I had a dream a few years ago that Russia invaded Ukraine.
You did not have a dream that Russia invaded Ukraine.
I did, and look what happened. Then I had a dream last night that we got a bomb, we got bombed by Russia. Imagine if Ukraine just bombed us just to mix up the narrative.
That'd be a twist. That'd be a real twist. That would be. Didn't expect that. They use like their 3 planes to fly to the UK.
Zelensky's like, go fuck yourself. Yeah. He's doing well. Worried about what happens with that. When does Putin start getting too embarrassed and start... Do you know what I mean?
Using nukes.
Yeah.
He won't.
Chemical weapons.
He knows.
But the support, the public support for Ukraine, which was first there, it went from people going, I don't know enough about it, to people going, why are we sending them money when we don't have, you know what I mean? So it's changed.
I don't know, but I think in general...
Mate, we had Ed
people are
Sheeran
still-
doing Zoom gigs, everyone was behind it. But all it takes is a few months.
Yeah.
No one fucking gives a shit.
Yeah.
Hollywood just gets behind it. And then
It's
they're
hot.
like, what's the new thing that Amy Schumer can care about? Anyway. So that's just a bit of a weird trivia, being the first guy to die. I don't know, but sorry.
What was he like as a guy?
Corporal Thomas Preday, fine.
Wait, fine.
He was bit...
He was
wasn't-
no fascist
He wasn't
Ferrari
the hardest
inventor.
working guy.
Okay, why do you say that?
A bit lazy, like to sleep in.
Read his children might still be alive.
Fuck yeah. He was a turf.
He wasn't a term.
I don't have a
That
clue
term
about
didn't
him.
exist.
Unfortunately,
Can you?
he's not got his own Wikipedia page. His name is not in blue, so I know nothing about him. And if your name's not in blue, then I'm sorry, but history's forgotten you. and I'm bringing you back. But that's all I can give you. I can't fucking give you a life story, Thomas. Corporal.
That's good.
Is that good? Jody, what is that? Is that just normal?
That's a pretty good one.
I've
Yeah.
heard people going, "Shut up, Corporal," so they can still be told to shut up.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
How would you be in the army again? You think you'd be good still?
Yeah, I think I'd be top.
You said before you'd be a good soldier.
No, I don't know. I think I'd be good for a day, and then it's fucking horrible. It's like the shittest thing ever. I think I desert. I go, when I was thinking about it the other day, it's like, do you love your country? It's like, what do you mean? Like, I like people in it. You know, I can walk into a post office in fucking Devon, and the biggest old bitch who's rude as hell.
Biggest old
is Sam.
bitch.
What do you want? I don't love her. I'm not going to die for her. I don't want to die for anyone on the tube. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, fuck you. So I don't know. I think if I'm sat in the mud and, you've been shot in the head for trying to desert even before me.
What? Excuse me?
And there's just rats crawling out of your eyes. And I remember when we used to just podcast. And I go, fuck this. Have us, Putin. I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean, though? It's hard now. Like, I suppose we haven't been brought up to... Everyone's now like, we should all feel ashamed and embarrassed of who we are. And it's rubbed off. Have it.
So wait, you want Putin...
Just to give us a bit of national identity. No, I'm joking. It's a weird concept going, what is our country, It doesn't feel
quite
like...
disjointed.
What do like you're here.
Wait, what?
You're Canadian.
Oh, wait.
I'm joking.
Red's slowly turning into Enzo Ferrari. There's a reason he's like, wait, what is a country? How can you have national identity with immigration? Because those people were born here. Actually, I think the way to get back to what Britain really was no immigrants.
I just want to build my fucking one-door supercar
Yeah.
in peace.
No.
No, it's just weird. The notion of, like, national pride is strange now. Do you find that?
I don't.
Would you die for Canada?
No, I mean, it just comes down to, like, would you risk dying to not have to live under
I would
the
do that.
rule?
I'd die so people weren't put in camps. I'd die so people could vote in elections and stuff like that. That's the stuff I'd die for.
Well, that's also the reason these people died,
But that munter from Newton Abbot post office, no way. But maybe those thoughts will enter your mind. You go, I bet that fucking bitch has just got her feet up making a stew while I'm dying for out here.
It would be really funny if your regiment was the people you hated the most.
Yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
The people you go to war
Just
with.
playing phone music in the trench.
And then at the end of it, you all have grudging respect for each other because you went through something together.
Yeah. The thing is, though, as well, is in all the British films, all the English soldiers are just like, oh, no, don't worry, sir, I'll cover you. And everyone's posh. And, like, these, like, fucking fake cartoon English characters, When there was, like, probably rapists, homophobia for sure. It's just it's just funny what the movies we make about it.
Well, you got to ignore.
Of course you do, because it's Hitler we're fighting against. I think I've probably upset everyone in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, you really. What you've done is you said, I don't want to fight for my country. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. I also think that your great-grandparents who did were probably racists and homophobes. Or rapists and homophobes. Okay. Yeah. Also, what if we let Putin in? That might be cool.
Yeah, also, you're not... What is my country? Because you're in it.
Yes, also, I hate immigrants.
Yeah, that's everyone done, isn't it? It's nationalists hate me now. The left-wing people think I'm racist. And buy the car. It's coming out
Buy
soon.
the Nazi car.
Yeah.
The fascist mobile.
The one door.
That actually makes me think I'll never buy a Ferrari.
Why?
I would give $100,000 to some company founded by
Oh, shut up, mate.
100.
I've seen your Hugo Boss dressing gown.
$100,000 though.
I wouldn't buy a $100,000 car.
Okay.
But I don't really care. Like, who wasn't a fucking racist back then?
No,
You know
not a
what I mean?
racist. A leading member of
He
the fascist
wore the
party.
uniform. We've all worn clothes we don't like,
A
Bobby.
leading member of the fascist party who helped prop up Mussolini.
I didn't say that. I just said he was seen from time to time wearing a fascist outfit. He might have been doing it ironically.
Oh yeah, like Prince
He might have had
Harry.
his fingers crossed like that the whole time.
Yeah.
Don't mean it. Crossing my toes. Did you ever do that as a kid?
dress up like a Nazi.
When you made a promise, you go, my toes were crossed.
I never crossed my toes. No,
No,
I cross my fingers sometimes.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's just sort of. I think everyone feels a bit differently now. I don't know if
Well, there's no war imminent for us. The war is now against our each other while we fight over scraps of bread we find in a dumpster.
Yeah, I don't think people feel a love for each other in a way that they used to.
I think we also remember the past very fondly. Who knows what it was actually like?
Yeah.
The writing of history is all just. It's just. They don't cover. No one's talking about the people who didn't really
Turn
want
on
to
the
go to war.
captain and beat him to death with a rifle.
Yeah.
Who then got on a boat, sailed to Vietnam, started a titty bar. Probably happened. No one's covering it.
I like the idea of making things up and saying that could have happened, but no one covered it.
The media. I love it on Twitter when you always see
new history.
The media won't show you this, and it's like I've seen this 50 times today. It's always like, I see the media pretty quiet on the old Ukraine-Russia war. You're like, shut up.
Yeah. People always say, why aren't they covering this? And it's like, I don't know. It just happened.
And it's like, if the media aren't covering it, how do you know about it, idiot?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Would you fight?
No, we've talked about this. I would never go to war.
Yeah. Jody,
I'd love to do a boot camp and just like.
I would love you to do a boot camp, Jody.
Yeah.
Again,
he might be great.
Again, Jody, there is no way they'd let you in. You don't have a thyroid.
They might let him in.
Well, you can sign up for a boot camp anyway. You don't have to go into the army to do a boot camp.
You could
but
do a week like Tough Mudder.
I couldn't go to the army because I'd have to carry around a lifetime supply of thyroxine on me. Which is
Oh,
lay
really?
Down my...
Do you actually have to?
Well, I need to take it every day. Yeah, I have mentioned it. Yeah. But no, I think it was.
This is my rifle. There are many others like it, but this one is different.
Yeah, Jody,
because it is mine.
Jody, the other soldiers would hold you down and beat you with bars of soap and a sock, and then you'd shoot your captain.
Yeah, because I hit a jelly donut.
They'd beat him with the soap.
Oh no, Jody, you're not allowed to go. I don't want that happening to you.
Jody becomes every character from history that we think.
I don't want that to happen at all. Okay.
Hey, we have a new sponsor this week. It's DBT UK. If you don't know what DBT is, it's a form of therapy that really helped my life. A few years ago, I had a complete mental breakdown. I was running around a fucking roundabout screaming. I was crying randomly. I was suicidal. I tried everything. And then I went and I did DBT, and it changed my fucking life. It was originally developed for people with borderline personality disorder, but they figured out that it works for lots of people, anyone really that is struggling with emotional dysregulation. If you can't control your emotions or your behaviors, this can really work for you. So I would really 100% recommend it. Like if you want to just message me and ask if you're going through something, message me and I can tell you how it worked for me. If you want to just email them, then email info@dbt-uk.co.uk. And if you mention the promo code YEARIS, you will get half off on your initial assessment. It's a really worthwhile form of therapy that I cannot recommend enough.
The epic historical romance film Gone with the Wind, starring Vivian Leigh, Clark Gable, loads of other people, not going to read them all,
Loads of
premieres at the Grand Theatre in Atlanta. Based on Margaret Mitchell's best-selling novel of 1936. It's the longest American film made up to this date, at nearly 4 hours, and rapidly becomes the highest grossing film up to this time. Massive movie. You've seen it?
Not lately.
No, years ago. I used to say, this is the reason I saw it, because throughout my life, being called Red, I'd go, my name's Red, and people would go, quite frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. And I go, no, that's Rhett Butler. He's called Rhett. And they go, oh. And that would be the end of it. The end of the So one, you're an idiot. Two, you're not funny. It's over. There's no, Yes.
It's a great litmus test for who you never want to speak to again.
Yeah. Hey, I've got
It's
one
like when I say my name's Bobby, and they say Barbie, and they laugh in my face. I think we're never going to be friends.
And if your name was Barbie, why would they be laughing in your
stop
face?
laughing at me.
Yeah. I was about to go on at Top Secret the other day, and this guy who's always one of the staff guys there. Nice guy, but I can't remember his name. He's like...
The Romanian guy.
Yeah, he barely talks to me. I was about to go on, he goes, look at you, and he kept pointing at my belly, and I'm going, yeah, cool. And he goes, you, look, and I'm like, yeah, awesome. And they're like, welcome to the stage, and he's like, just what was that?
I was just standing in the hallway at Top Secret waiting to go on, and that same guy came up to me and said, you always look so sad. At your funeral, you'll be happy because you'll be dead.
So it's not just me.
And I was like, what? Why would you say that?
Maybe he doesn't exist and we just see him.
And then he went up to another comic who was opening for somebody, and he was like, was it hard opening for him because he has a fan base and you don't? And I was like, Jesus Christ.
I think he just says what he sees.
He says exactly what he says.
He wouldn't drop it. I'm like, yeah, cool, I'm about to go on. Good one.
No, but he said I always look sad.
You'll be happy at your funeral.
I'm like, what?
Because you'll be dead.
I was like, I don't want to be dead. And now I'm having to defend wanting to be alive to someone. Yeah.
Not good.
Hurtful.
This film, they had a premiere, obviously. Probably very bad if you look back at it. Set in the slave era. But they had it's a white romance in slavery times, you know?
Can you tell me the story of Gone with the Wind, because I feel like you're going to misremember it.
I can't quite remember. There's a woman who's a bit of a tart called Scarlett. Is she called Scarlett? Main character?
Don't help him, Jody. What
she
happens?
is in love with Rhett Butler, who I think is are they on the right side? I can't remember what side they're on. Either Union or Confederate. I think they're on the right side because it was made, yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it. If the Confederates won, that film would have been fun. Even more horrible. No, I don't think it's horrible, but I just seem to remember it's like this love story against the backdrop of slavery, and now you kind of go, I don't really care, because like there's people who are slaves.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was very moving.
Okay.
But they did the screening for it, and they didn't let any of the black actors into the screening, which is not good.
No.
So there you go, bit of history for you. Don't be racist.
That should be your catchphrase in life. There you go. Bit of history for you. That's why. That can be what catapults this podcast is a new catchphrase. There you go. A bit of history for you.
A man tries to kill Hitler. George Elser. Can you imagine?
In 1939.
Had he have succeeded... Hitler, by the way, is celebrating the 16th anniversary of the beer hall putsch, which it's such a lame... Because it was such a fuck-up, and he made such a fool of himself with the beer hall. It's like, you're celebrating the 16th anniversary of this absolute dud, you know? But that shows you the mark of the man. Loser. Anyway, George Elser tried to kill him.
What was George Elser like?
Well, he was a turf, unfortunately.
Okay.
I found out recently. He hated Hitler, but he had some very, very bad views on trans people. He placed a bomb near the platform where Hitler was going to deliver a speech. Did not kill Hitler. Left earlier than expected, but killed 8 people in 62 hours. The 8 people were children. And
they weren't.
Imagine that. You try and kill Hitler. He leaves, and then you just blow up a choir of kids. And now
I'd say, well, listen, those kids weren't going to grow up to be Hitlers.
Yeah, no, but age went. The thing is, they wouldn't have, because they were probably 7. And now for the Third Reich choir, Hitler's favorite singers and these little boys come on stage, and he's like, oh fuck, because even if the 1945 World War ends 6 years later, so 8. They wouldn't even been conscription age anyway. So he's really just killed innocent people.
But he didn't actually kill the children.
He didn't kill the children. He killed 8 people. We won't go into them. If it's not in blue, I don't know you. That's the motto for this. That's the motto for this one.
If it's...
Yeah. He was held in prisoner, executed at the Dachau concentration camp. I bet they loved him there, though. Imagine being in there and you go, this guy tried to fucking kill
Yeah,
Hitler.
it'd be like going to prison for killing a cop.
Yeah.
Like you would be
Or trying to kill a cop.
Yeah, everyone would be like, you're the fucking man.
But imagine what could have been saved Had that have gone, yeah, had that have worked. But also, they kept him till 1945, which is strange. Fucking hell.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think he was probably tortured and stuff. Well, it's like, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed is still, anyone who doesn't know,
in Guantanamo.
the architect of 9/11. He's still in Guantanamo Bay.
Alleged architect?
No, he is. But he's not been allowed to see a lawyer in a decade. He's been there since 2002. The things they've done to that man. Like, he probably thinks he's Britney Spears. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's been made to do things that no one should ever do. Like billionaires probably go and pay to go and punch him in the dick and stuff.
I like that you went. In this episode, there's been such a. You've went from pro-fascism to anti-nationalism to anti-immigration to anti-torturing of detainees in Guantanamo.
By the car. I don't know what I think. No, I think I'm just saying that's probably why George Elson wasn't killed instantly.
Yeah, they wanted to have him.
It was not nice.
And what did he do for a living?
I'll just check him out, actually. He wrote, like, anti-trans propaganda. He was a German worker who the assassinations, I think, was his big moment. I think he had, like, a side. He wasn't selling CDs at the bombing as well.
I like Red's imagination. Like if he was a billionaire and had money, I wouldn't buy a Ferrari. I'd pay the American government to go and assault detained terrorists.
Yeah.
But surely Trump must have gone out and just given him a knuckle sandwich. You know what I mean?
you think Trump flew to Guantanamo and punched Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in the face?
100%. Go, yeah, boom. You know. Yeah, he worked with his dad. His dad was a drunk. Yeah, not much really. He was a carpenter, like Jesus. Left-leaning, member of the left-leaning Federation of Woodworkers Union. Oh, he's also the Red Front Fighters Association. He voted communist. End of that. No, sorry. Delete all of that, Jody.
You think you hate him now because he was a communist?
Get rid. George Elsa will not be featuring on this podcast.
But Red, you've said so many things that would make people think you're a communist.
I just want a Ferrari, Bobby. That's all I want.
Okay.
I don't care who's in charge. Just get me a Ferrari.
Okay.
Bobby, you won't have. You probably know nothing about this because you don't really care about women's history whatsoever. In fact, I think you always try and frame the man as being. But pioneering U.S. aviator Amelia Earhart is officially declared dead 18 months after her disappearance.
Yeah, do you know who Amelia Earhart is, though?
Yeah.
Who?
She was a pilot. Aviation. US.
So, that was the one piece of research I added to the document. And now you're claiming like it was your own.
So you did that. I didn't. I was too busy.
Yeah, Amelia Earhart was trying to fly around the world and she disappeared. It was a great mystery as to why she disappeared. And it turns out she actually, this is more rumor than speculation, but there's rumors that she flew to Germany and was Hitler's personal pilot.
Such bullshit.
And then rather than announcing that was too embarrassing for the West because she had been like their beacon of hope flying around the world. She's a woman, apparently, and an alleged woman. And so rather than admitting that she was now Hitler's personal pilot and concubine, they declared her dead because she was dead to them.
Yeah, she's dead to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After what she did. And you know what? She was a hell of a pilot. So every time he flew, he had a pretty smooth journey.
Well, it's a great way to go missing if you want to just, because you go, look, I was trying to fly and no one saw it. Because the ocean's so big, there's a way. It's like Tiger King's lady, Carol Baskin claims he sort of crashed his plane somewhere. Because people do.
But again,
So if you commit a big crime and you don't want to face consequences, just say to the police, look, I will go to jail, but let me fly around the world once.
She was flying Himmler around, Goring.
Well, she might have family that's still alive, Bobby. And she's got a blue name, so we should show her some more respect.
Blue name. Someone's name's in blue?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a fallen officer.
Yeah. Quickly, I had a good idea the other day. I was listening to a mafia podcast.
Okay.
And you know when they get caught, they'll go, if you snitch on him, you'll get a lesser sentence.
Yeah.
And so everyone does that. What if, and I don't know if we have any mob people listening, but this is a good idea. When you get arrested, you all make a deal that you'll snitch on each other for less time.
They only take one person snitching. They don't let everyone
So
snitch.
you got to be the first to snitch.
You got to get there first.
Because I was listening, the boss snitched on all his underlings for murders he'd made them commit.
I like that.
And then they were all in jail. He did 8 years.
I really like
Yeah,
that.
he died at home at 90.
Mm.
Very interesting. Wow, I think that's us. That's 1939. Comprehensive, I think that was. I don't think you need any more information on 1939. In fact, this is all you need.
Yeah, guys. Go write your exams now.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We've covered it. Thank you to our super genius patrons, Matthew, Christopher, anybody who hasn't signed up
Spencer.
to a patron. Oh, yeah. We love you, Spencer.
Thank you, Spencer. Yeah, anyone who hasn't signed up to Patreon, we do bonus footage, audio footage, but it's not even audio.
I don't know why you're saying footage. We do an
what
extra
you want.
episode every week.
We do
You like
extra
this episode, there's another episode.
but with more juicy stuff. So, and it helps us support the pod. So
and
thank
more
you.
personal
£3 a month.
details.
Bye. That was another episode of The Year Is. Thank you very much for listening. Please like and subscribe. Leave us a review. It all helps. I'd like to thank our producer, Jody. And also I'd like to thank Josh Weller for our intro music and song. It's very catchy. It's very nice. I'm sure you will enjoy it at the beginning. So big thanks for Josh Weller. He's on Instagram at Josh Weller. Josh Weller. Follow him and keep spreading the word of The Year Is. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.